You know, I don't have Instagram because it sucks. That's a great point. But I also didn't want to give him my phone number, so I was like, well, I guess we'll see you around. He was like, yeah, we'll see you later, man.
I do think you need like one layer of like buffer for the New York City public.
I agree.
I need just one layer of filter. I don't want to give him my home number.
I didn't either.
Lest he's like texting me insane Tim Robinson from friendship nonsense.
You didn't like
I
that
finished it.
Did you like it?
It was just, I liked it, but it's like A24, so it's a little weirder than it needed to be. I think it's okay what they did, obviously. Like, Robinson evokes a certain type of cringe, but I felt like without the humor to balance it,
too dark.
it was just like not fun.
Yeah.
It was like, you know, those people in real life, and there's a reason why you don't hang out with them, and that was kind of the point of the movie, but it was like, also you're hanging out with them, so it's not fun. Like,
I'm curious to see it because I am interested in stuff that explores like the fringes of like how far a relationship can go, especially friend relationships. Because like if you're dating someone and you don't see a future in it, you're like, all right, you know, the goal here is to have a relationship, and I don't see this going anywhere, so we're gonna call this off, or I'm gonna call this off. It's not always mutual, but you know what I mean. There's like a point in time where you can say like, this isn't gonna go any further. We're calling it off. But with friends, you don't do that. There's like, it's so fuzzy as to when a friendship ends or how it ends or should it end or whatever, because there's like no stakes. There's like, if whether you stay friends or not, it doesn't matter. And so I'm really interested in movies that are exploring that thing, because I think it's really hard to talk about and very few people even try to address it. There's Old Joy. Have you seen Old Joy? Kelly Reichardt movie? No. That's a good one.
It ultimately just made me really have a lot of empathy for that character, because I felt bad for him.
Tim Robinson?
The Tim Robinson character, because it's like he's obviously totally lost, doesn't have a clue on how to relate to people, and is like has all this repressed rage that comes out in this way that makes him just impossible. You know, I was explaining it to my partner, like, when you watch something, you're co-creating it.
Yeah, the movie exists between you and it.
And I didn't like the energy that it evoked from me.
Yeah.
Like, my response to it, I didn't like that. And sitting in those feelings was very uncomfortable. So I stopped watching it that day, and then I finished it the next day. But it's like, it's okay to stop. Like, if you don't like what's happening, and the energy the next day was different.
Yeah. Yeah. That's legit.
But it did cause a bunch of empathy for me. Sorry to interrupt.
The movie did?
Yes. And like, in a way that was new. Like, I experienced an understanding of things that I just think are weird, or would have just classified as like with a misnomer, like just a broad brush situation.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I have no problem addressing like an issue with a friend. I guess I'm slightly more interested in like when you feel like a thing has reached its end sort of naturally.
Sure.
Like we just don't have anything to talk about anymore.
Totally.
Like, we don't have anything in common. Like, we've been friends forever, and like, I'm not talking about anybody in particular, but that type of relationship I think is really common, and people have no fucking idea how to handle it. And I think a lot of times end up hanging out with people they don't really like, just through like inertia, or because they have no idea how to address it or how to talk about it. So that's something I want to write about at some point, but I don't know in what format.
Well, it'll come to you when it's meant to, or like it'll come to you in the form which is best suited.
Yeah, totally.
All right, so today we're going to talk about these as a kind of means to an end. I brought this up as an idea whereby we'd make a character and chat, and we have a couple ideas we want to discuss, right? Like,
yeah. But this ties in, I guess, we were talking about. You know, it's friendship, it's collaboration.
Collaboration. So we can talk about these, which is something we started at Bix, right? We started these collab pages as a possible zine.
I don't think it's possible. I think it's inevitable.
Imminent. Yeah, an imminent zine. Well, we started as a possibility.
Yes.
Like, when we started the first page, I don't remember which one was the first one. That's the first one.
I think I drew this guy.
And handed it to me.
Born to Bump.
That's right. You handed this to me, and then I drew this character.
Yes, and then it went.
And then we asked Andy to jump in, and he goes, no.
Yeah.
I always ruin the jam comment. He's like, please don't ask me to do it.
It's a funny thing, and I'm glad that this worked out between you and I, because like this is like a cliche con thing. You know, people who like walk around with a sketchbook and they're like, add something to the sketchbook, which I like. I love doing that stuff. But it has become sort of a cliche, and inevitably many of these things don't turn out. I don't want to say well, but I think when people pass them around, they don't always get something back where they're like, oh, cool. But I was so pleased with how ours turned out because I'm like, oh, this is a rare instance where this type of thing turned out fucking awesome.
Yeah, you're right. Like, I think a lot of times that people are not excited about what comes back from a jam. Jam is such a stupid word.
It's so bad.
Anyway, from like a collaborative comic, like you might not be excited about what comes back, but this stuff is very exciting, and it leads me to want to make more of it. And so we had talked about, we had this great experience.
Stevie.
Oh, Stevie.
Shouts out to Stevie, the
I have
dog.
a picture we can put in the video.
Yeah.
We had an experience the other night where we hung out after the Desert Island show. We went to the Walker.
Shout out to Walker Tate.
Yeah, we went to Walker Tate's book release party at Desert Island, and then afterwards we all went next door.
I'm so pissed you got the last one.
I'm sorry. Did you see me come in a huff? I was all like, I'm late for an important date. And then I was like, let me get a book and a t-shirt. And then I was like, once I had transacted, I come back and I'm like, okay, I've done everything and stowed all of it. Like, I don't know why I'm like that, but that is how I am. Unless I get the thing and put it away,
no, it's fine. I don't
and organize myself, I cannot relax and socialize.
It's part of the Comic People shared library now.
Yeah, it's also just like, it is very much a book oriented, in my opinion. It's a book person's, it's a comic people's habit, like to be like ADHD about your fucking
have an
books.
objective.
Yeah, and about your books. It's like, I need to tuck it away, wrap it in plastic, I need to put it in my bag. And I need to make sure that I get, and I get that thing too, and I put that in there. And then it's all nicely stowed and secured, and now I can relax.
Now I can hang out.
But
I
we
did
had
get the Gary Panter smoke signal, which I'm hyped about, and I got Derek's new nosebleed, which I'm super hyped about.
Yes, I got one of Derek's books, and I also got a Gary Panter Desert Island t-shirt.
Oh, hell yeah.
Which is fucking sick, and it has a great illustration by Gary Panter on the back. And they only made 100 of them.
I didn't know that was available.
And the way they silk screened it, it's like this beautiful ombre, like rainbow.
Oh, cool.
It's fucking awesome. I'll show it to you when we're back at the crib.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we had a great experience drawing with our friends. Professor Wormington was there.
Yeah, shout out to Kevin. And,
what's up, Kevin?
Susan, whose name escapes me, but we'll put it in the video. Also, I'd never met her before. She was awesome. She was great.
We
get the page out.
Yeah, we did these pages where we just kind of passed them around, and we each did, a little quick drawing. It was quick, but it was fun.
And it was dark, and it was insanely loud.
Oh my God, it was the loudest place ever. But it was a lot of fun, and we sat around drawing, and then when we all came out, we had the same feeling, which was like, we should do this in a quieter place that's well lit. Mm-hmm. And we were like, yeah. So Susan Kaplan. Yeah. And so we got
I wasn't familiar with their work, but Kevin showed it to me later, and I was like, this shit's awesome.
Yeah. She was doing
really, really cool.
She was doing some really cool graphite drawings.
Yeah, and watching her do these was really interesting, because at first I was like, is she just shading in the box? Like, is she drawing? I didn't even know who she was. And so I was like, is she gonna be a part of it? And then, but like, as this started to emerge, I was like, oh, that's awesome. That's so cool. And it's so different from not only the page, but anything I would even have an impulse to do, which is the kind of shit that I love.
Yeah, it's evocative of like excavation to me.
Yeah, it's like she sculpting or
painting. Yeah, she was like sculpting it with the graphite. And I think that's a good way
to put it.
I came up with a great catchphrase. Don't stop trucking.
Don't stop.
But this was a lot of fun, and it made me think of the pages we had done together. And then I don't know, I wanted to talk about what we have coming up. We are going to be at a lot of festivals, and we had tossed around the idea about
Chip.
We had tossed around the idea of potential commissions, right?
Well, we're gonna be at Comic-Con, which I don't totally know how to handle, because I've been to Comic-Con before, and I was like, I'm never doing that again. And then you were like, I got a table at Comic-Con, and I was like,
I'm doing that again.
But I've never tabled at Comic-Con before, so I don't know what to expect. Like, what's the vibe? Who are the people? Are they going to care about our stuff at all? So I was thinking it would be fun to do commissions, because that's how people say you make money at these things.
That's right.
But also because I feel like you and I are not like auditioning to be part of Marvel or DC or whatever.
Yeah,
so like we can approach a commission in an unusual way, which ties back into the build yourself books, which is like, instead of someone coming up and say like, I want Wonder Woman like kissing Cyclops or whatever, like,
and I'd be like, nope.
We can engage people's imagination as educators to give them something that's like a little more special, maybe. That was kind of the thought. It's like, instead of having them tell us what they want, we help them learn that they maybe wanted something they didn't even know they wanted.
Yeah,
I guess is the idea.
I agree. And I've been pulling out drawings that I made in the past, like for fun, that were superhero-y. But like, this is kind of I could see myself bringing some heat like that. I'm not really sure what I want to do as far as the commissions either, but it's what I want it to be is fun. And if it's not fun, I'm not doing it, and I'm not drawing any like I'm not drawing anything that would be an idealization or objectification. Like, I'm not interested in it.
Right.
So,
I'm not going to draw like Captain America punching Trump in the face.
Right.
I'm just not going to do it.
I'm also not going to draw like Power Girl in like sexy
Lingerie,
poses or whatever. Yeah. Not into it. So I thought we would do one of these. We could each do one and then draw something and just rap about whatever that is. We can apply some of these random prompts. Like, we could give each
tell us
other.
what these are. What are these?
Sure. Okay.
For the uninitiated.
Yeah. If you haven't seen this book series I've made, it's called Make Yourself. It started with Make Yourself a Hero, and then I did a villain and a monster. I did Make Yourself a Story, and then finally Sandwich. And the way these work are they all use the same format, which are they're these tables of traits. You roll a die, you match the number you get to the trait, you make a note of it. Vampire in this case. You turn the page and you go again. I could probably do a die that you can see better than the yellow one.
Yes, we got Vampire Chef.
Chef.
Already interested.
Already fun, right? And then you can go back and answer questions about it, and that creates a character. Like, the backstory is the character.
Yeah,
They're the same.
If I walked up to a table as a younger person, or just maybe even now, and they were like, "We'll do a commission for you in this style," I would be all about that.
It'd be so fun.
That's so fun.
Totally.
Like, I would love to have like it might be a truncated version of this. Maybe it's not so many steps.
Yeah.
But if someone could roll the die 4 or 5 times, and then we have a shorter list.
I love that. So let's make Yourself a commission for Comic-Con.
Yeah,
we can work on it. I love that. On a poster, they roll randomly, and they get, Wolverine, and what is he doing? Oh, he's eating a sandwich. Where is he? He's in Taiwan. It's like, boom, there's your drawing or whatever.
Yeah, totally.
You know what I mean?
And if they want to spice it up, like, you can add more to it.
Yeah, for sure. Like, it could be ramen instead. Yeah. Hey, why's my spaghetti underwater? All right, so I love that joke. So, okay, I wrote it myself. So these are the books, and it kind of inspired this idea that, like Mike was saying, it's like, let's make it more fun. Let's add some randomness to it, and let's add like a participatory vibe.
All right, so one has to be character, I guess.
Sure.
Right. So character. I'm thinking when I do this with the kids, I do something similar. We do like thing. It doesn't have to be a living thing. We do place, emotion, and object.
Okay, why don't we do character, emotion, action, maybe like some kind of act, like some verb, essentially.
Okay.
And then we can do a place.
Action and place, and then people can spice it up if they want.
Yeah, and they can throw in a little element that customizes it for them.
Okay. So we're not going to probably have 20 of these.
Well, we can always use a different die. We can do 10-sided, 6-sided.
It doesn't have those here.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Fuck yeah. And Chester Cheetah.
Hell yeah.
Strip club.
Hell yeah. I was thinking in my brain, I was thinking sex dungeon.
I was also thinking that.
Really?
But the word dungeon didn't come to me fast enough, so I just said strip club.
That's so good.
Let's say strip club dungeon.
We finish each other's sandwiches.
Strip club dungeon.
All right.
There you go.
Hell yeah. All right, cool. So let's roll them now.
Are we each going to do one, or are we doing together?
No. Well, why don't we do that, but we each do one, and then we go half and pass. Okay. So, like, we'll both start one because it's cooler and more fun to watch, and then we'll do half and pass. All right, so I'm going to roll my first
half and pass.
Character, Wolverine. Oh, baby.
Actually, yeah, I guess we should write these down.
Yeah, or otherwise you're going to forget. All right, so I got Wolvie. I got number 1 because number 2 is poo. All right.
Number 3 is Ghost Rider. Man, I don't even really know what Ghost Rider looks like.
Well, that's going to make it all the more fun for you to draw because we kind of like rolling and drawing things that we don't know. That's a 6, I believe. So that
this is a branded die?
Wiped out, yeah. I don't like when it has a graphic on it personally.
I don't either.
But
they should somehow get the number on there also.
agreed.
Melancholy.
All right, Wolvie wiped out. And
now I have to write this word again wrong.
Wine tasting.
Nice.
I love that. So and W's so far. So.
Oh yeah, that's interesting. Fixing a bike.
Fixing a
That's
bike.
a little too on the nose.
No, but that's good. That's okay. Like,
right,
sometimes
all
it works.
All right.
All right, place heaven. Wine tasting in heaven. Hell
Wolverine
yeah.
wiped out wine tasting in heaven.
I love that.
I like this metal one.
Yeah,
The McDonald's Playland.
yes. Fixing a bike at McDonald's Playland. That makes a lot of sense to me somehow. All right, ready? 20 minutes on the clock. We got Wolverine wiped out. Wine tasting in heaven.
I love it. Fixing a bike.
I did a super chunk Wolverine the other day. It was awesome.
Oh yeah, I'm surprised you didn't bust that up.
I mean, I don't know where it is,
All right,
honestly.
what
It's
the
around here somewhere.
All right,
These markers stank. I let these, well, not even like, they're just not good markers. I let all the kids use them at summer camp and they just beat them all to hell. Mr. Nick, the red is gone. I swear.
Dude,
kids
red,
love red.
They rip through red.
They
dude.
rip through it.
Oops, this is already way off. Whatever. They rip through red and pink and black.
Black.
Those markers go the fastest.
Yes, my experience is, red and black are the ones that to me always go the quickest, and then they will inevitably always ruin the yellow.
Also, FYI, if you come get a commission from us at Comic-Con, I'm not looking up any photo reference, so don't ask.
I love it. Yeah, the other day I had texted Mike and I had said, "Does this come off mean or funny?" And the image was like, "Hey, I'm gonna do Marvel slop for you plebs." And I was just trying to be like jokey, but then I remembered your video about how Vice magazine was like real snarky, and I was like, I don't want to be snarky.
Yeah, I mean, sorry.
But I was just trying to. Well, I was just trying to have
sorry.
fun, but I rethought it because I didn't want to be snarky.
Yeah, I mean, I tried to clarify in that video too.
I think you did a good job.
That like I do also find that stuff funny. Like,
it can be, yeah.
But there's a limit to it. You know,
Yes.
like if it becomes your entire identity of being this like snarky thing,
Yeah,
I'm
snarky
like,
edgelord.
I'm over that. Like there's a place for it.
Same.
But it was like a whole attitude and a whole personality for like a decade.
It lasted a long time. Yeah.
And it was refreshing, I found, when it was gone. And you didn't really recognize that you wanted it to be gone until it was gone. And suddenly people were being a little more open with themselves.
Yeah, I found that I felt the same way as the sentiments that you expressed in the video, which were like, I'm glad this doesn't exist anymore because it was annoying, and it still is. And like, I find it aggravating when somebody like can't access real emotion. Like, it's okay to just like a thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you don't have to misuse the word ironic. You know what I mean? Like, you can just like a thing.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm taking a coward's way out on this bike, and I'm just gonna have it broken into pieces.
It's fine. You only got 20 minutes.
Bikes are notoriously hard to draw. Actually, you know, when I applied to college,
They're like, draw a bike.
yes,
Yeah.
one of the it wasn't
good for them.
It was a requirement. It was
Good
like
for
part
them.
of your portfolio had to be a bicycle. And my art teacher, bless her heart, Dr. Ambush.
No, her real name was Dr. Ambush?
Dr. Ambush was
Oh
her
my
real name.
God.
Fucking hero. She was amazing, and she brought a bike in. It might have been her bike actually, so that we could do our portfolio by looking at a real bike.
I love that. I learned how to draw a bike at some point because of how weird and vexing it was, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's like when you want to learn guitar, you're like, how does that thing make that sound?
Yes, totally. Which
Like-
I'm doing right now, and I'm getting close to sort of understanding it. Like the notes and the chords are starting to sort of merge into one thing that kind of makes sense to me.
That's so exciting.
Which is really exciting. But I'm also like, I want like just ultimate freedom hours to explore it. And I'm like, I have to do this in like 20-minute increments over the next 30 years. But whatever, got time. Hobbies are fun.
Yeah, for sure.
I also didn't ride a bike until I was like in my mid-20s. So I have
Wow.
limited bike experience.
Also, that makes you probably more. I guess it could go either way. You could be really daring.
No, I fucking
Or
hate.
you
I
can
hate
do it.
riding bikes.
Oh, okay.
I like it in a rural setting. Like I learned when my
Sure.
parents lived in Savannah, and so I could ride their bikes on these like flat areas in the bike paths. I really like doing that.
Yeah.
But during COVID, my wife and we rode bikes around to get around because you like didn't want to go on the subway.
Sure.
And I liked doing it to an extent, but I really loathed going into it. Like I was really scared to do it.
I think for me, it's unsafe in a way that like becomes increasingly less interesting.
Yeah, I don't want to have a chance of dying on my way to going someplace.
Well, that's it. I mean, our infrastructure is not. If it was set up for bikes, I'd be all about it. I love biking as an idea.
Yeah.
Like in theory, I love it. I love it as being like a green. Like everyone should just bike everywhere.
Yes.
And if our cities were built around that notion, I'd be the most ardent supporter.
And it has gotten much better. To New York's credit, it is a thing they have done extremely well with, which is improving the bike situation. That is something that's actually done really well.
But then what ended up happening for me was my experience was constantly pieces of my bike would be stolen. And it's just like so vexing because it's just another thing you have to deal with. So I just removed it from the equation. I was tired of coming outside, going to work, and realizing, oh no, like my whole back tire is missing again. And like I had all you're gonna say like, well, put the special key bolt on there, and it's like, yeah, I had that. Well, okay, well then get the thing with the certain type of lock. I had all the locks. I locked it up correctly, like it was.
Dude, there's a
small failing of mine.
There's there's a type of bike lock called the New York one, which is supposed to be like the most powerful one. Like New York is the place where people are gonna steal your shit. Like there's no preventing people from stealing your bike in New York. It's just not possible.
Right. So I just stopped. I stopped participating, and for myriad reasons, it was like a confluence of just being constantly disappointed.
Yeah, but at this point, I'm just like, I don't want to be fucking stressed out. Like, I'd rather leave 3 hours early and walk.
Same.
Than like try to zoom between cars. And like, I know, so that's like the thing that some people like to do. And I have friends who bike all over the place and stuff, and they love it, and they find some sort of peace in not being in the grinder machine of the subway. But I'm just like, I don't care. I'll close my eyes if the train gets stuck.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Like, I just find like I have a sketchbook, so I'll never be bored.
Yeah, I've got music. I've got my sketchbook. Like totally. I'm good.
What do we got on the timer? Because I need to start locking in some ink, I think.
13:17.
13:17. Okay, cool. That's plenty of time.
This is a challenge. I like this. This is tough. I'm not going to come anywhere near finishing this.
I'm going to put some new cartridge into this thing. It doesn't even have a cartridge in it.
I guess we could also like finish these on our own.
Yeah, but that's not fun.
No, it's not fun. All right,
it's more fun to finish it.
Try to speed this up a
in
little
the
bit.
less floating volume markers, Mikey.
Fewer.
Ah, yes, thank you. You are correct. Although we said in our previous video we weren't going to do that.
Yeah, I know. I was just going to say that.
You know what pen is?
Fuck that guy who does that.
I've really been enjoying drawing with the Pilot G207.
Yeah, dude, a good like rollerball is underrated.
I agree, and the gel makes it nice. So there's something that I figured out about this. These pens can be really frustrating because they like skitter and stutter, and they don't really release the ink in a way that's satisfying unless you activate the pen. If you take the pen onto a plane with you, the cabin pressure changes the pen and the way the ink flows, and then it will forever flow.
Well, that's interesting because I actually don't take them on planes for that reason.
No.
Same with my fountain pen and my rapidographs. I don't travel with them at all.
Yeah, so I don't travel with rapidographs. The other brush pens that have liquid ink, I just don't open them on the plane and they're fine. But this particular pen, the Pilot G207, once you take it on the plane, it activates it in a way where now the ink flows really free and in a way that's very satisfying and fun to draw with. And it like unlocks its highest potential. So if you want to try something, bring your pilots on the plane.
Buy a plane ticket just to do this.
Honestly, it's called a pilot pen. I mean, I should have known sooner. But
that's funny.
But yeah, so I did it, and
you should make a comic about a guy who buys a plane ticket just to unlock the full potential of his rollerball pen.
I'm into it. I've been experimenting with this theory for quite some time, and I'm happy to say that it's worked out.
Supplies to draw on a plane are tough because like microns dry out. Like
Yeah.
if you, I have to bring like
And they leak.
multiple
Microns
ones.
leak on the plane.
I haven't had any trouble with that, but they do. They get
I
dry.
have.
Like they stop being able to flow smoothly.
Yeah, this Pilot 02, because it's a gel ink, it works really well on the plane. It's actually the only thing I'll draw with on the plane. And anything else, just keep it capped. Otherwise, it might leak all over the place. And there's nothing worse than when you open up your pocket brush pen and it just barfs ink out all over everything, and you're like
Yeah.
stuck in the seat. I don't know why, but on airplanes, I feel like everything's falling out of my pockets, which is like a kind of weird anxiety space to be in. So I have this feeling like, oh no, everything's falling out of my pockets. So it's like a harried state of like half panic. And then add in a pen exploding and I'm just done. Like I'm down for count, dude. I cannot handle it. It's like too much for me to deal with. Like my pen explodes, all my stuff's falling out of my pockets. I can't find my charger.
I don't feel dissimilar, and I brought an ill-advised bag on my last plane trip, and I left my whole bag of pens on the plane.
Oh, terrible.
Like it was a tote bag, and it must have just rolled out, and I didn't check before I got off the plane. That was a bummer.
Oh, so there was two things about that we didn't talk about.
One, I was really actually proud of my response, which was, come over, I'll get you new pens. I have a ton of them.
That was sweet.
And I was like, oh, that was a nice, like, I was just, you don't always react well to things in every situation. And I was just like, oh, I reacted well there.
Yeah, it was nice. I was slightly excited. I appreciated that, but I was also slightly excited to like get a new pen bag and like go pen shopping. Like it was kind of fun.
So then the other thing that came to mind that I wanted to talk to you about was this. The Scots, the Scottish people, they famously would drink so much whiskey that they would knock the bottle over, it would roll off the table and break. And so I was going to suggest to you that you get a non-cylindrical bag so that it never rolls out again.
I did. I think you did suggest that. I got
Okay.
this bag. It's
Good.
First of all, I like that it's like mustard color, but it's also just like a sack. It just sits there.
Yeah.
Stuff your pens in a sack, mister.
And you can see the evidence of that historical fact. That is why the Glenfiddich bottle is triangular.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. So that it doesn't roll off the table and break.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
Look at that drunkard lore.
That's right. There's also this really funny meme. It's like if you look at Wikipedia and like the history of the Irish people, they're like inventing all this stuff and then whiskey shows up and then they don't invent anything for like 500 years. It's crazy. That's a real thing. You can look it up. It's on Wikipedia.
All their inventions were left on napkins that got thrown out by the bartender.
There you go. Don't make me show you the napkin. So I got a little Wolverine here. I don't know how to show that he's wiped out. Oh, he's laying down.
He is laying down.
That's the idea, yeah.
You could have like a pillow under him or something.
Well, he's on a cloud. So
That looks great.
So it's like it's all pillow.
It's all pillow to me. All right, so what do bike seats look like? They have like this thingy on them.
There's one movie, I don't know, with Danny DeVito. It might be like Twins. Yeah. And he's like, Danny DeVito's line, I'll never forget it, lives rent-free in my head forever. And it's, he's like, if I was a piece of sporting equipment, I'd be a woman's bicycle seat. And I was just like, what the fuck? Like, I remember being a child and being like,
the 90s.
What does that mean?
I think it was Holmberg posted this the other day. It was a meme of like these two little kids looking at the TV. Did you see this?
Yes.
And it was like me, age 7, watching Jason smash a woman in a sleeping bag against a tree to death.
Oh my God, seriously. The stuff that I saw on television as a kid was just not appropriate.
How and why did we see these things?
Yeah, so I saw a meme that was something along the lines of like, wait, you mean to tell me I was left unsupervised with a 26-year-old? And I just think that's fucking hilarious. Because, like, my parents were so young when they had me that it's like...
Oh, yeah. I was thinking babysitters, but no, that's even funnier.
No, yeah, it's the parent.
The
right?
parents,
That's what it made me think of.
My mom was 21, I think, or 22.
There you go. You should never... I know there's a lot of young parents out there. I know you're doing your best. But your brain is not fully formed.
Yeah, you're not ready. No one's ready.
I'm sorry. Nobody, and they go, well, you're never ready. And I'm like, well... You can make better
decisions. But the tricky part is, I mean, I'm never gonna have a kid. Fuck that shit. But
me neither. No kids for life.
No kids for life. But like the tricky part is like if you wait, you can't afford to lose the sleep. Like
Yes,
only a 21, 22-year-old can afford to not sleep that much and still be a functional human being. So like the longer you wait, the more
also you have back pain.
Also, you have back pain. So like the longer you wait, the more able you are to
Physically,
to actually like have something to offer the kid, but also like physically you're less able to actually parent. It's a parenting conundrum.
That's a good point. Yeah.
I couldn't tell you the last time I was at a McDonald's Playland, so I don't really
Just
know.
have the Hamburglar like giving a hand jibber to Grimace and it'll be fine.
Man, I only got 3 minutes.
That's fair. What am I at?
That's a tall order.
I'm asking for the world here. These clouds are way sloppier than I would normally go, and I should like get his visor in check here quickly. Is it like a pens down situation, or can we?
I mean, I don't know.
Loosely,
It's only because
right?
we have shit we got to do, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know where we're going. So.
It's my partner's birthday, and we're going to Tapas.
But I don't know where it is, so
It's on. Yeah,
it's up to you how much time we have.
Yeah, it's like a 20-minute walk. Not 20 minutes. It's like a 10-minute walk. We might drive though. I was really enjoying that. What's his name? Rossingall, the guy that does those like scritchy scratchy
Oh, I
drawings.
love that guy. He's so funny.
He's just like.
And I love the quality of his drawings. I find them really inspiring. Like,
Yeah.
I guess people talk shit about that stuff online sometimes. He like addresses the haters occasionally in the videos, in a really funny way. But I find that
funny.
really freeing. Like he has the kid spirit, the
100%,
the thing we talk about all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I think the style is like, you definitely have to be in the mood for it. But I think his personal sense of humor is strong enough where it like carries through. The drawing is really fun because you get the context of who it is that's making it and why. And I just love that Bostonian one. He's like, all right, here's how you draw a Bostonian. He's like, you want to give him a big mouth. It's usually spouting a bunch of gibberish.
Oh, look at that. I love that he's like, the Red Sox were losers for 87 years, which should be familiar to anyone who lives in Boston.
Right, he's like, which people from Boston can identify with. It was really funny, yeah. He's like, I want to have a couple guys over here giving him a hard time for being a wicked noodle head for hitting the hydrant.
He also like sort of dressed like a leprechaun for the video.
Yeah. Well,
So
I think
funny.
he's from there.
That's possible.
I mean, it seems like he's a native because of the way he was talking about, like, it was real inside baseball, this stuff that, the timer's off.
Yeah, it is.
All right, well.
He's like, did you know that many
should call
Bostons are of Irish descent? Because they almost never talk about it.
That's great. All right, so here you have it. Wolverine wine tasting in heaven. You have Ghost Rider fixing a bike at the Playland. That's right.
Melancholy Ghost Rider fixing a bike.
I love it. His bike broke.
Is it his bike? It just says fixing a bike.
I know, but I mean, it's Ghost Rider.
Yeah,
he,
true.
He rides a bike.
He does. Well, he rides a motorcycle.
What else? What other name do they call motorcycles?
Well,
Fucking bike, son.
Yeah, when I said bike, I meant bicycle,
He
but
also
in this
only
case,
has a few pieces of the bicycle.
I know. That's why he's so upset.
Where's the rest of it? If I knew a Ghost Rider villain, I would suggest it here. Was it the Orb or the Org?
The Orb is one. Yeah, it was in Comics Club, but I couldn't make it. I think
and I read a couple of those. I'm honestly not the big Ghost Rider fan.
I love Ghost Rider as a thing because it like is my kid superhero, right?
Right. Oh yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, but I don't like necessarily care about superhero comics at all, especially as an adult.
Man, I love those Fourth World comics, though, the Kirby ones.
Those are really fun. I was reading some of those this morning.
Yeah,
actually.
me too.
So Ghost Rider's up. I'm sorry, Wolverine's upset because he can't reach this bag of chips. It's just out of his reach.
Yeah, I guess you just stop us whenever we have to stop.
Yeah, I think we're done. I'm gonna finish this bag of chips and then we're done.
Yeah, but I mean, so that columns thing that we did earlier, to all of you out there, is a thing I do with my students all the time. Whenever they say like, I don't know what to draw, we do. I help them make a list, several lists. Pick a thing, pick an emotion, pick a place, and then you can say like, okay, you can help them build on it too. So, So if you wanted to continue this, like let's say you wanted to add on to this, like a lot of times the kids might be like, I'm drawing a stapler who's scared in the jungle. Once they finish that part, you can say like, okay, now why do you think that stapler is so scared in the jungle? And they'll say like, someone took all their staples. And you say, cool, who took all their staples? Mm-hmm. And then if they can't think of anything, you go back to the list. You pick another thing. Oh, the standing table lamp took the staples. Okay, draw that in there, show it to us. And so now you're teaching them that like this is a quick way to start from zero without having to have an idea. You can build an idea out of multiple different pieces.
I love that.
Which ties exactly into your book too. It's like
Totally.
you don't have to, like, making a character is hard. To make his character from scratch for me is hard.
Yep.
And so to be able to have these prompts and these kind of criteria is a great way to sort of build these things out.
All right, so I love that actually, and that really is part of what made me want to make that book, was this idea of like these kids just hit you with the I don't know, and you need to have a workaround for all the I don't knows.
Yes.
But yeah, come check us out at multiple cons. We'll be at New York City Comic Con. We will be at Small Press Expo in Bethesda, Maryland. I will be at Cartoon Crossroads Columbus. We will be at the Philadelphia Comics Expo hosted by Partners and Son.
We'll put the dates up in the thing.
We'll put the dates up, and I might go to Mice.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how you feel about Mice.
I did Mice once. It was okay. Excuse me. It was okay. That was the first time I ever really talked to Dustin Harbin. So it was worth it just for that, to establish that little bit of connectivity, because we love Dustin.
Harbin's a sweetheart.
He's also going to be at SPX. Looking forward to that. Just celebrated a birthday. Shout out to Dustin Harbin.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was fine. I stayed with Danny Drones guy who lived in Boston.
Oh, cool.
So I got to hang out with him for the weekend, which was nice. But
That's great.
the show itself was like, I was in a room with no windows.
Wow,
I
that's
don't know. The whole
bummer.
thing just kind of bummed me out a little bit.
Yeah,
I didn't get great energy from my.
Plus, you're in Boston.
Got him.
Dunking on you. Yeah, we'll be out and about. You can come check us out. Come by, say hi. We'll give you a sticker.
Yo, we don't have. Well, Nick's got a lot of new books. I don't have that many new books, but we have merch and swag out the ass.
There will be plenty of cool shit. Just come on through, shake some hands. Unless you have a cold.
Slap some skin.
Yeah, and we'll give you some stickers. All right.
All right.
See you out on the tables.
Doodles.